Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It finished Celtic 6, Dundee FC nil. If you have not done so already, please make sure to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and smash that notification bell so you never miss an Irish Mick upload. Well, it was the Kyogo Furuhashi show today, a hat-trick from the Japanese international, and what a way to make your Celtic Park debut. What a fantastic performance. It was 3, it could have easily been 7. 5 or 6 anyway, with intent and realism from Kyogo. He had 7 decent chances. He took 3 of them, and there was 2 that it was harder to miss. He had 2 chances that were harder than all of the ones that he scored. So his movement is exceptional. Everybody has been waxing lyrical on the commentary. I certainly was during the week. The manager, and again today. I mean, all of us as Celtic fans, we can see that Kyogo Furuhashi is definitely a goal scorer. And I think where we are stronger than last season is, there's a lot of pressure on Turnbull, because if Turnbull didn't step up, we're relying on a Turnbull bit of magic or sorrow from 40 yards to open the scoring most of the time last season. And if those guys couldn't do it, Forrest was missing. When he came back, he wasn't exactly vintage Forrest. Edouard was diabolical last season. But this season, we've got Furuhashi, we've got Rogic scoring again. And it just shows you the strength and depth on the bench. We bring on Edouard, we bring on James Forrest. That's insane. We didn't, we still had Ayeti on the bench. And, the strength and depth is a big key factor for me. I think today we absolutely dominated the match today. The scoreline tells you that. It was 6-0, and it could have been anything today. It really could have. We certainly could have at least got another 2 or 3 goals. But you know what? I'm absolutely delighted with the first clean sheet in a competitive match under Ange Postecoglou. I think that's key. And I think, listen, full stadiums now, hopefully. I think it's full stadiums from Thursday onwards. I'm certainly going to be at every home game from Thursday onwards. And do you know what? Bring it on. Please, another 3 or 4 goals against Jablanek. Please, another 3 or 4 against Hearts. And, hopefully just lots of goals in every match. That's what I'm looking forward to. Leila Bada as well, fantastic. Ryan Christie, John Hartson on the commentary rightly said, that was a world-class pass. I think it was Kyogo's hat-trick goal. That was an absolutely world-class pass from Ryan Christie. And, Ryan Christie's coming on form again. And I really do believe that the momentum has swung. I think this weekend, the momentum has really swung. I did say it after the Jablanek match that I had a sneaky feeling that Dundee United would get something, and alas, Dundee United won yesterday. And just call me Mystic, mate. I predict these things. Rangers, who the F is that guy? You'll do nothing. But listen, I'm Mystic, Mick. I predict these things. But make sure to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Obviously, just buzzing for Thursday and Sunday now, to be honest. And then it's Thursday, Sunday again. So 4 games in 10 days or something. 9, Friday, 10. I think it's 4 games in 11 days, which is fantastic. 4 games in under 2 weeks anyway. Hopefully, Jablanek, we beat them. Hearts at home. And then we will play AZ Alkmaar at home, and then St Mirren at home as well. So it's a nice 4 games, to be honest, which is 2 European games. And as much as you have to pay for these ones, but listen, I'm absolutely delighted to do that anyway. Then we've got Hearts as well. You got to pay for that one. So the season ticket, of course, will be getting its first use against St Mirren at home. And how funny is that it's actually St Mirren at home? That was the last game that we were all at. Most of us certainly here. That's the last game that we were at on the Irish Mick YouTube channel. And there's a Celtic first team. And so it's just funny. And it's a nice 4 games. I really enjoy the European matches. I think AZ Alkmaar are a big club. Hopefully, if we're lucky enough to get through. And, I think that's going to be a good game. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of their players, because they've got quite a few good young attacking players. So, it's going to be a good game. And I think they like to attack as well. So, hopefully, lots of goals. Then Hearts before that, of course, after the Jablonec match. Listen, Celtic Hearts is always a good match. We've got a bit of revenge to take as they beat us at Tynecastle not so long ago. And, I think, yeah, two times Hearts at home, and I really enjoyed those two vlogs that I've done against Hearts at home. So, that's always a good match. Really looking forward to that one. And then, yes, St Mirren as well. Just good to be back, really. Just absolutely delighted to be going back to the stadium in full houses. And yeah, let's hopefully look forward to European group stage action in the Europa League at least. Let's look forward to hopefully quarter final in the Premier Sports Cup. Another home tie would be amazing. And then hopefully try get to Hampden. That would be great as well. Yeah, there's lots to look forward to. The big derby, of course, in January. But look, those ones are definitely worth waiting for. But all in all, I think, look, Celtic can be very, very happy with today's work. I think we were. I don't think we could have been any better, to be honest with you. From back to front, we were fantastic. Every man, at least 8 out of 10. I don't think there was one passenger. I don't think there was one player that didn't do well. I think Dundee were very fortunate to not get a red card, at least in the first half. I think there's a couple of challenges that warranted a red card. Of course, they got a red card towards the end of the game when we got the penalty, but I personally thought there was a couple of challenges there in the first half where they should have got a red card. But again, it's immaterial. We were rampant victors today, and I think ultimately, look, it just shows you that I think over the times they are changing. It's a good song, and it's so true. I think that once again Celtic have the momentum. I think with the fans coming back, the Celtic fans really, us the Celtic fans, the faithful in paradise, we really do give the players that extra something. The proof is in the pudding with the European results, and just more or less the most of nearly all of the last decade, 10 years. It's been very, very good. And I think it's no coincidence that Celtic have found that extra gear when the fans are back. And I know non-Celtic fans during the lockdown and last season were saying, what difference does it make? But truly, I think Celtic are honestly, I think it makes a difference for every team. But I just think for Celtic, it's everything. Us the fans are everything, and if we can push the players over the line, I think it really does give them that extra 10%, in my personal opinion. And again, I think that'll be reflective in this season's results. And if today is anything to go by, if Jablonec last just 3 or 4 days ago there is anything to go by, then I think we're in for lots of goals, as the Aussies expected, as I expected, anybody who'd done the research on Ange Postecoglou. And once again, I think we're all going to Celtic Park full of excitement and expecting lots of goals. And like I said yesterday, at times in the 2019-2020 campaign, I was going there saying, is it going to be 4? Is it going to be 5? Is it going to be 6 today for Celtic? And I think those days are well and truly back, my friends.